Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Unsanctioned Wrestling. I mentioned on the last episode that I was going to be joined by a guest and not the usual one who's here as always, stealing the show, but a brand new guest. Many of you will know as Fozzy. This is Stephen Forrester, who writes on the Real Midcard blog that I do as well, does all the Ring of Honor stuff on there. We're going to attempt to kind of both take a little stab at the remainder of these questions because there were so many. So yeah, let's get started. The first question, well, there's actually 3 from Stephen Brewer, all from Facebook, and we'll do them one by one. First question is, how long until CM Punk does something again? Do you want to...
Well, I think Payback.
Yeah, pretty much.
You'd think that from the way they've been hyping it up.
I would think so, yeah.
A good match.
I totally agree. I think that there's some people seem to be of the impression that they're actually going to do some kind of no match or bailout kind of thing. I know that there is going to be friction with him and Heyman. I think that's obviously what they're building towards. But I just don't think they're going to advertise a match like that and then charge people £16 and then not do a match. It would be, I mean, in Chicago as well.
Yeah, nor do I at this point. I did think at the beginning, but now I think they've just built it up so much that
I thought they could
feel a bit cheated if I ordered that pay-per-view and didn't see that match.
I totally agree. I think they could have done it early on, like after a couple of weeks or something. They could have
It
could
have been something on Raw, but not on pay-per-view. I think a bait and switch, especially with Kurt Axel in the IC title match as well.
I think so too.
If anyone was going to be the logical replacement, it would be him. But
I totally agree.
Busy.
Second question from Steve is, when will Cena die like Benoit? Now, I don't know that there are many people who've ever really died quite like Benoit. I think that
was quite originally the way he went out.
Cena probably will die in the next 20 years or something, because I think he'll probably be one of those kind of dudes who, when he gets older, will just be fucked and have a heart attack or something maybe, because he's so hench. But I don't think he's going to die like Benoit. I don't think he's going to get on any kind of, double homicide, suicide kind of deal. That's strictly Benoit.
He comes across as quite a lot less aggressive than Chris Benoit, to be fair. He's quite a well-rounded chap rather than a psychopathic murderer.
Indeed. Third and final question from Steve. Who has the worst persona right now?
Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
He's a midget.
Probably have to agree.
That's his whole thing. He's small. He's a small man.
He's got to be one of the worst gimmicks right now, but it's almost like I don't even know if I want to count him. I'm trying to think.
He doesn't really count. He's not an active wrestler, really.
No,
he's just
but I can't think really who.
Maybe Sweet Tea.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he used to be Lord Tensai and Prince Albert, and now he's Sweet Tea.
I know. It's all a bit. I don't know. There are a lot of bad. I mean, Great Khali, I do hate everything about him, as you probably know if you've read the blog or you've watched this video. As I hate Great Khali. But yeah, there's a lot of bad personas right now. But I mean, there's kind of a lot less bad, embarrassing gimmicks than there were in the past, though, I think.
Yeah, it's not exactly like the early 90s at the moment.
Yeah, it's not like
plumbers and stuff.
It's not crazy with chains and stuff like that.
Chains and sniper.
Just sniper. I remember watching that Survivor Series or Royal Rumble or something, and there's just endless amount of these names that are just hilarious. There's next 2 questions are from Joseph Cheeseman on Facebook. First question is, why does everyone in the WWE hate you? Now, I don't know really why everyone in the WWE hates me. I don't know that they do.
I don't know if they do, to be fair.
I don't know for a fact I don't know if they know that if they're aware of me really, or of my work. But I think that they haven't really offered me any kind of deal with creative or working for the magazine or anything, which is a bit weird because I'm perfect for the job. So they probably have got some kind of problem with me, but I don't know if they hate me. But the second question is just simply, where's my Wyatt family? And good question.
Incoming, hopefully.
I think they're in there.
I think maybe after the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
or maybe at least before the next pay-per-view.
Maybe even on the pay-per-view, I think. I think maybe on Payback.
Maybe on Payback, yeah.
I think Payback.
Debut,
I just don't know who. I still haven't got a clue how they're going to use them, who they're going to attack or what, but I think Payback will be good, or if not, the Raw. I actually think that we'll see them Sunday or Monday on Raw. One of the two. And yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. Next 2 questions come from Ashley Lindop on Facebook. And the first one is, and again with the great questions from Ash, the best questions so far. Who had the best and worst entrance themes of all time? This is really cool. What would you say?
I think the best would be either Taz or the Dudleys. Because Taz had the sick,
Yeah, it was incredible.
ambulance siren or whatever it was, counting down, it got you really hyped
Yeah,
up.
that was
the Dudleys had fireworks, so you can't argue with fireworks.
I think that was a hype, man. Taz's entrance theme was a hype. But this
Like at Royal Rumble 2000 when he comes out to fight, when he debuts against Kurt Angle.
It's incredible.
It's really amazing.
I love that theme, but I mean, there's a load of different ones that I love for many
Stone
reasons.
Cold, of course.
Like yeah,
obviously. The Rockers consistently had really
Mankind
good
as well. I think Mankind and Stone Cold, just both for the like glass
ones.
shatter and
Mankind's
the car
first one
crash.
and the car crash.
The car crash one, I think.
I really
is
like
just-
the eerie, first one.
Obviously, the Undertaker, as in Dead Man Undertaker. And I didn't really like the Limp Bizkit rolling thing, but I like that one he had after that. The one
When he
that
was,
like,
Big
"You
E."
done it now." I love that one. So that was sick. But I also think Sabu's entrance is awesome. And whenever I made a created character on WWE SmackDown vs Raw featuring ECW 2008 when I was in uni, I used to always use Sabu's theme for my
I had it on
wrestling. I thought it
Xbox,
was so cool.
so I could put my own music. And at that time, it probably would have been something awful, like metal, like Slipknot or some shit.
Yeah, or Bleeding Through.
Never remember that though.
But yeah, the second Ash question. Oh, sorry, no, we haven't even done worst themes.
RTC.
Yeah, right to censor probably. That's got to be the. I mean,
Not even a
literally
song,
like, "Durr, durr, durr," just like when your house alarm goes off and you forget the code, and it goes on forever. Like, yeah, that's probably. Either that or just any number of generic PG era kind of, just generic songs that. I mean, Wayne Barrett's had like 5 now.
Then I can't remember any of them really.
And they were all just, yeah. I mean, the last one he had was probably the best of a bad bunch. But they were all just, yeah. I'd say all of Wayne Barrett's theme songs. Next question is from Mike Holdcroft on Facebook. And it's who created the original WWF logo. And like I said on the last video, it's a good job this show isn't about knowing facts or it's not a contest because I just definitely wouldn't be winning here because I have not got a clue.
No,
I couldn't even
no.
venture a guess. Would you be losing in the exam here, or do you have any idea who created that logo?
No idea. I don't know who did the current one, so.
It's a pretty cool that there's some like
someone
graphic
did sit down and do that.
some graphic designer
Made a
out
classic
there
design,
made that classic, the original one, which is so cool, and then the WWF Attitude one. And it's pretty cool that just some random guy made that.
Shane McMahon maybe, because I know he's been active on the website and stuff, so maybe he's got
Maybe.
a bit of graphic design background.
It's really cool, but unfortunately we don't know for sure. And this is the final question now. It comes from Matt Oliver, again on Facebook. All these questions on Facebook. Please do get your questions coming in on YouTube if you want. Just if you're there and then watching the video, just comment on the video, on Facebook, on the status or whatever. Just get them coming in however you want, and the WordPress. Doesn't have to just be on Facebook. But final question from Matt Oliver: who had the better costume, The Undertaker or Hulk Hogan? So I'll let you go first on this one, bro.
Gotta be Undertaker, really, isn't it? If you think
So,
about
yeah,
all
bro.
the different variations he's had, especially when he got really demonic when he was in the Ministry,
Yeah.
and he looked like something out of Hellraiser.
I think it's 2 different tales. I think if he tossed up, say, 3 really, like classic Hulk Hogan in the 80s compared to first Undertaker when he came in and he was like kind of still really
The
creepy and
purple
weird.
and black.
I think Undertaker was better then. And then I think Undertaker in the Ministry era being a demon and stuff was better than Hogan in the 90s. But then if
Yeah.
you compared like NWO Hogan to
That
Badass
is really
Undertaker,
cool,
I
like,
preferred
yeah.
NWO Hogan to Badass Undertaker. I didn't really like Dead Man Undertaker or the whole.
I didn't
American-
mind it, but
I thought it was
looking
cool,
back,
but
I definitely prefer Dead Man.
compared to Taker, compared to Hulk Hogan's NWO, like the total bad boy image that he had then with the all in black and stuff, that was
But
really
I think for
cool.
the Undertaker also, whenever there's a WrestleMania, like the costume department go all out for his
Yeah, they
He
do.
always has an epic cloak or
He does.
something like
He's
that.
had some epic stuff. But yeah, that's all the questions for this episode. Make sure you check out therealmidcard.wordpress.com and also check out my boy's blog, Doctor Strange SF Sierra Foxtrot for you phonetic bad boys out there. .wordpress.com. So yeah, it's doctorsstrangesf.wordpress.com, and just check out the blogs. You know, get involved in the discussion. Check out the videos and subscribe. Send in more questions, and just talk about wrestling. Yeah, that's just what we want to do. And you know, Fozzy's going to be helping with some more of the videos. Hopefully, do some more collaborations like this in the future. Let us know if you liked it with the two of us. You know what you think about it. And thanks a lot for checking it out.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. See you later. Just gonna creep past here. Let me just get past you, CM Punk. Let me just.